AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
The New York Knicks beat the 76ers, squeeze out a victory 110 to 105 on this Wednesday night. Only three 76ers in double figures, 30 points for Maxey. It was a bad 30 points, though. 27 for Oubre. He had 19 in the first half. 25 for Paul George. Paul George and Maxey combined for 16 points in the first half. In the second half, it looked like they were at 12 and 17. So they scored 29 in the second half together, but they had an ugly game. Same thing for the Knicks. Three guys in double figures, 16 for OG, 34 for Brunson, 28 for Mikal Bridges, 7 and 17 for Josh Harper, 7 turnovers, a lot of turnovers. 1 turnover for OG Anunoby, but that did not look like he had 1 turnover. He looked like he turned the ball over plenty of times. All ball.
Fabian, Flea, before we get started, she's in the building early. The beautiful, the lovely Miss Darlene Bryant is in the building, fellas. Y'all know the drill. Speak to the ladies.
Darlene B, what up, baby?
Be nice, fellas. Be nice.
You went off 2 days. Play the drops. Play Knicks Rehab. Like, I don't want to do your job for you. Do what you need to do, Raymond.
We live.
Big Flea. Never the little one. Never the little one, y'all. What's good?
Ball suckers.
They don't deserve a he, bro.
Knicks Rehab.
No he.
He said no he.
Nah, they don't deserve that. Nah.
Oh boy, what you think, man? 110, 105. Jalen Brunson, they're calling him Captain Clutch. They're trying to force the Captain Clutch thing on him, but some crunch time shots preserved the victory. I think we scored like 40 points in the second half. What do you think about this win over them Sixers?
Bad win. We'll take it though. After we just got embarrassed last couple games. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Please hit the like button, share, like, subscribe. Please, y'all. We need y'all to hit that like button. Tell a friend. All you gotta do is that to subscribe to the page. So please subscribe, hit that like button. I'm so evil, right? At times that I was hoping we lost. That's how much the Knicks is getting on my nerves. I was sitting here going, please lose. Just so we can have a reason, more of a reason to get rid of Tibbs. But
I don't think you were alone in that, man.
Like I really, Flea, I really was sitting here going, just lose. Like, I seen somebody in the chat. OG looked like he hobbled a little bit. I seen him grimace a couple times. Let's see what's up with Huck. Listen, tonight proved that we are nowhere near. And Flea always said this, and like I told you, I hate when he's correct, but he's correct 99.9%. I'm the one that's correct that 0.00001.
That's why we
are not. Tonight proved we are not ready to make that leap. Tonight proved that if we played in the first round Indiana or Orlando, it would be a tough matchup. It won't be a guarantee that we would win that series. Tonight was a bad win to the point where I don't think Tibbs made any substitutions in the fourth quarter because he knew he needed this win. If we would have lost tonight, Tibbs might have been on the hottest hot seat he probably would have been on since being a Knicks head coach. But for us to almost lose to probably one of the worst playing teams in the NBA probably in this last month or so to a very bad 76ers team, listen, we gonna have to come to grips and come to terms with understanding OG and Mikal Bridges are regular players. Hey, Fabian, as Flea would say, they are regular weed. They are not Za. I'm sorry. OG and Mikal Bridges are regular players. Can they be decent players coming off the bench for a championship contending team? Yes. But can they be starters on a championship contending team? No. Bridges has the nerve to, while Brunson is getting interviewed, be happy and whatever thing they do with Brunson. It's like, yo, bro, you've been dirt for so long. You played good against a bad team. Listen, man, our mindset is bad. The way we are is terrible. And for Brunson to have to bail us out tonight against a bad Philadelphia 76ers team, listen, man, I keep telling y'all, Tibbs has to go. I will keep preaching that until he's fired. I need to figure out a way to get some shirts made up that says Tibbs has to go. Simple and plain, he has to go. I like Huck Purdy more than Sims, but it's like, yo, why not try Huck Purdy starting with Cat so Cat can play the 4? But for us to be in games like this, we went into overtime with Chicago, and then now we go down to the wire with Philly. I don't see how we can be confident as Knicks fans to think that we're gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals, let alone the finals, even with Cat. Because once again, Flea can't stop nobody. Defense was terrible again tonight. It's just that Philly is a bad team. I seen Kelly Oubre hit about 4 or 5 wide open 3-point shots from the corner. Listen, man, I'm not happy at this point of being a Knicks fan. This game tonight, and I'm gonna just pass it to Flea because I'm kind of like aggravated. But tonight showed that we are nowhere near close to competing with Boston and Cleveland, even with the addition of Mitchell Robinson. I'm sorry. I don't know what everybody sees. And for me, I think the problem is we have to understand OG and Mikal Bridges is regular weed. They are not Zion. Now, if we want to, call them some good hydro, okay, I'll give them that. But they ain't no Zion. They are not no Zion. OG on the fast break with a guy that's 5'6" Paul shorter than him, horrific. Mikal Bridges, the inconsistency is just mind-boggling. For some reason, when Mikal Bridges is gone as man, when they set that screen, it's like impossible for him to go over top of that screen. We can't guard nobody. We are limited offensively. It takes Brunson to have MVP nights to beat regular season teams that are just trash. I'm not happy at all with this win. We got a tough schedule coming up, and it's going to be rough. I don't know what's going on with Cat now. Huck Purdy. We got to see how that looks. But just a bad win. Bad win. Like I said, I think we really need to reevaluate what we're going to do, because this is not it. This is not it. Nah, this is not it. No, I'm not happy at all with this one.
Flea, this is the first game since February 4th, and Mikal Bridges actually shot free throws. That we had an overtime game against the Sixers last time, 125-119. We beat them then. We struggled no Embiid then either. And AllBall, we got the producers in the background. They said he's ready to he's ready to go crazy and trade Tibbs even when we win. But what is your reaction to what is your reaction to this Knicks victory and AllBall spiel?
Look, I saw something completely different tonight, which I'm sure y'all knew I was gonna come with that. I saw something completely different. The way the game started, the way we went into that halftime, the way we played in the first half was a completely different Knicks team than it was the last 2 games. I saw a lot of ball movement. I saw Mikal Bridges being aggressive. He didn't miss a shot till his 9th shot of the game, right? So here's my thing. You keep all that fucking grinning, right? You wanted us to lose. What you want us to do? Beat them by 30,000? What is it that you want from this New York Knicks team? Help me understand. Because we missing Cat. Huck Purdy is out there, a first or second year player. and you wanted us to get on the floor and beat them by 30, that wasn't going to happen tonight.
We was up 19 and went down to the wire.
OG, because we started turning the ball over and we can't guard. The guy that won the game for us, Captain Clutch, is the guy that was turning the ball over, putting us in positions for us to be down 2, to be down 3 or 4 or whatever it was. So big shout out to those 9 points down the stretch from Brunson. I love it. But we got to start being realistic about this team. We have to at some point. When the season started, everybody, most of the people in the comments, we get Cat, and Lord have mercy, we are championship contenders. That sounds good, but that's not what it is. That's not what it is. We're never going to be good until we shore up this defense. And the guys that OG is talking about, he's absolutely right. They're a little bit better than regular wave for me. But the fact remains, they're not doing what they get paid to do. I don't care about the fact that they could score the basketball. Like I said, happy to see Bridges aggressive. But go get some stops. Maxey started heating up. Go turn that water off. Right? Paul George looked like he was getting some confidence. This dude, they done talked this dude into stopping his podcast. He's playing so shitty. So now he comes into the Garden and actually looks like Paul George. Why, OG? This dude is already in his head. They've lost 8 or 9 games in a row. Go in there and his mentality is all fucked up. We know Paul George's soft. We know he's not mentally tough. OG, take his heart. We don't have those two guys are not doing that. So I totally agree with OG. What they need to be doing, they're more focused on the offensive end, and that's a big reason why we do give up leads. Why Boston comes into the Garden twice and beats us by 30 and 40. Why Cleveland does get off on us. Because the upper echelon teams, we don't raise to their level. We still play like this. The same way that we play against these regular teams, these teams that we are slightly better than, we play the same way against Boston. And we can't win games like that. Yeah, we could beat the Sixers. You come out hot, you hitting shots, they not hitting shots. Okay, it looks good. But when professionals start hitting shots, Maxey gets in the rhythm. Paul George gets in the rhythm. What OG says, these niggas come to the Garden and have career nights. Kelly Oubre looked like a lottery pick tonight. The defensive end of the ball is unacceptable at this point at this stage of the game. I keep telling y'all, I don't give a fuck how much we score. We don't score. What we do on the offensive, that stuff is gonna come. Pause. But we have to figure out defensive schemes, how to get stops. I see it like you, OG, all the time. This guy gets screened, and he allows himself to get screened. He can't fight through us over the top of a screen. You're long, you're wiry, strong. Don't allow yourself to get screened. I keep telling y'all that coaches used to say that to us all the time. You know a pick and roll is coming. Why are you waiting for the pick? Take a step up. Make the screener set a valid, good screen. Challenge him to make a good screen. Don't let him do this shit. Like, what are we doing? So again, and with all that being said, we still almost 20 games over 500. Somehow we still over 20 games over 500. We're the 3rd seed. We're a solidified playoff team. We'll be playing in the playoffs. Let's talk about, let's assess the Knicks then. When we're fully healthy and we're ready to rock and roll in the playoffs, let's assess the Knicks then. You want to fire Tibbs right before the playoffs? You ready to do that?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking. Both of y'all. Y'all ready to fire Tibbs right before the playoffs?
I am. Yeah.
Good job, G. Good job, OG. Fire the coach right before the playoffs, and let's go into the playoffs with a new coach.
You can't fire him right before the playoffs, right?
Come on. I just answered the questions, brothers. You asked the question, I answered it. I give you my answer.
You don't fire him right before the playoffs because we haven't changed the team. We haven't added to the pieces that we Mikal Bridges has not changed from the beginning of the season. I don't care. From the first game against Boston, like you said, it's the same thing over and over again. He couldn't get around picks then. All season long has been like that, and I never understood it. I couldn't believe it. I thought maybe he'll get warmed up. Yeah, some way he'll figure out his game. And he's gonna go. Nope. 50 whatever games into the season, he still can't get around picks. And even today, it took him 3 minutes to get his first jumper that OG passed to him in the paint. And even then, the first person I thought of was Flea. Because then I'm thinking he hit with 4 or 5 straight shots. All of them were assisted or passed the ball to, wrapping around screens and wrapping around the play.
Oh,
He's not a.
She's in the building. Y'all know we always got to shout out the beautiful ladies, the lovely, the beautiful. Tori B is in the building, y'all. Y'all know the drill. Please speak to the beautiful ladies. Yes. And be respectful, fellas. She's in the building. Sorry, Fabian. You know we always got to shout out the ladies.
She said
She
she's
left
at the
the
game
garden.
tonight.
And look what she said after that.
Folks hate Tibbs.
Get to that in a second. I don't think Mikal Bridges has changed as a player. And Flea said it a while ago where he needs somebody to start him. He can't self-start. So even on defense, you need help to play defense. On offense, he's a fourth option on offense at best because of efforts like this. Everything's a fadeaway. The fact that this is the first time you shot free throws in 3 weeks is crazy. No, and nobody could really get free throws besides Brunson foul baiting all the time. That's it. We're not tough. That's our main problem. And from last season to this season, for a Tibbs team is not tough. No, you can't fire him now, but even Brunson playing the way that he did, he was giving the ball up. And the first thing I thought of after that, when Bridges started getting it going, was Draymond saying, responding to Oscar Robertson saying all you do is pass the ball to Steph, and he's just like, yo, I get off on that. I like passing the ball. Like, that's what I do. I mean, a lot of us feel like that's all he should do. But I'll ask y'all, is it harder for someone who is ball dominant like Brunson to get into a groove, to get the team in a groove, when to become the Jason Kidd, Steve Nash kind of pass first point guard, because you're not getting that high that you get from attacking scoring wise? How hard do you think that has to be? AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.